Riley took my hand and led me toward the bedroom, her grip firm, certain, like this had always been leading here. My husband followed, silent, watching. The door clicked shut, and then her lips found mine, urgent, pulling me into her completely. Before I could even think, what you're about to listen was inspired by a real viewer's experience, but I took it further, pushing the boundaries, making it something you won't forget. If you're here, be part of it. Hit like, subscribe, and let's get started. I was still catching my breath, my body warm and heavy against the sheets, when Jake's fingers traced lazy circles on my hip. His touch always lingered, like he wasn't ready to let go. I stretched into the pillow, the aftershock still humming through me. After all these years, he still knew how to take me apart. That, I murmured, voice thick with satisfaction, was exactly what I needed. Jake chuckled, lips grazing my shoulder. Yeah? I turned, catching the lazy satisfaction in his expression. He looked just as wrecked as I felt. His hand drifted lower, teasing. I shivered, pressing back against him. Insatiable, I teased. With you? His voice dipped lower, always. His hand slipped beneath the sheets, heat already stirring between us. But then, I was thinking about something, he murmured. I groaned. And here? I thought you were going to go again. Oh, I will. His breath warmed my ear. But first, his fingers traced slow, absent-minded patterns against my stomach. You remember my new coworker, Riley? I blinked. Yeah. The one you just started working with? His hand drifted lower, voice casual. She's into women, openly. I turned, raising an eyebrow. Okay, and? Jake smirked. And I saw the way you watched. That woman at the bar last weekend. I scoffed. I was not watching her. Oh, you were. His exhale carried amusement, and I think Riley would notice it too. I rolled my eyes, but my stomach tightened. Jake, just because I look doesn't mean anything. I exhaled slowly. Yeah, maybe I've had fleeting thoughts before, but that's all they were. Thoughts. His grip tightened slightly, thumb brushing my skin. And if it didn't have to be just a thought? I parted my lips, but nothing came out. I'd never seriously considered it before. Passing curiosities, maybe. Vague thoughts that never lingered. But now? Now Jake was watching me like he'd just unlocked something I hadn't even realized was there. I don't know, I admitted. It's not like I've ever really thought about doing something like that. Jake's expression didn't waver. I think you're thinking about it now. I swallowed, suddenly too aware of the heat between us. His fingers skimmed lower, slow, deliberate. I'm just saying. If you ever wanted to explore that curiosity, Riley might be the perfect person to help. My breath caught. Jake wasn't pushing, no pressure, no expectation, just possibility. He pressed a soft kiss against my shoulder. Let's invite her for dinner tomorrow. I stiffened. Dinner? Nothing serious, just to meet her, talk, feel it out. His fingers traced slow, idle circles against my hip. No pressure. This was ridiculous. This wasn't me. And yet, the idea wasn't just his anymore. It was mine too. I don't know. Jake's lips brushed my neck, sending a slow shiver through me. Just dinner, he murmured. I let out a breath. Fine, I muttered. Just dinner. His fingers tightened, voice low with approval. Good girl. I rolled my eyes, but before I could snap back, he flipped me onto my back, his weight pressing me into the mattress. Now, he murmured, lips brushing mine. Since I made you agree to that, I should probably make it up to you, right? I gasped as his mouth trailed lower, teasing, lingering. My body arched, heat pooling deep all over again. Jake. His voice was a low growl. Round 2, baby. Morning crept in, slow, but warmth lingered deep in my body. I stretched beneath the sheets, my muscles aching. A lingering reminder of Jake, of last night, of how he made sure I'd feel him now. A low chuckle broke through the haze. I blinked, turning just enough to see him standing at the edge of the bed, already dressed, tie undone, sleeves rolled, watching me with that smug little smirk. Yeah, feeling it, huh? I groaned, burying my face in the pillow as heat curled through me. Jake's fingers brushed over my hip, teasing. Sleep in, he murmured. You'll need it. I peeked up at him, still heavy with sleep, but suddenly remembering everything. The conversation, the invitation, the fact that tonight, Riley was coming. You're really doing this, I muttered. Jake leaned down, his lips grazing mine, slow and deliberate. Dinner's at 7. He pulled back just enough for his voice to drop. Lower. She's excited to meet you. The door clicked shut. I told myself I wouldn't overthink it, but the moment he left, I already was. The hours blurred together, my hands moving from task to task, but nothing settled me. I straightened things that didn't need straightening, wiped down spotless counters, checked my phone more times than I'd admit, but that slow, steady hum beneath my skin never faded. By late afternoon, the house was warm with the scent of simmering garlic and herbs. I leaned against the counter, fingers drumming absently, before I caught my reflection in the dark oven glass. Too casual? Too obvious? I ran a hand through my hair, smoothing it down before messing it up again. The red blouse still lay untouched on the bed. I hadn't planned on wearing it, but now... The fabric felt cool against my skin as I pulled it over my head, the neckline dipping just enough to make me second-guess myself. I caught my reflection again, and this time I saw it. The shift and the anticipation was eating me alive. When the knock finally came, my breath caught. I wiped my palms on my jeans and pulled open the door. Riley stood there, leaning against the frame like she had all the time in the world. Dark jeans, fitted top, that easy smirk that somehow felt like a challenge. Her gaze swept over me, unhurried, assessing, before locking onto mine. Well, aren't you adorable? I opened my mouth to answer, but nothing came out. Dinner had barely begun, but I already felt it. The slow shift in the air, the kind that made my skin buzz. Riley sat across from me, effortless in her presence, one arm draped over the back of her chair, fingers toying with the rim of her wine glass. She wasn't doing anything, not really, but somehow I couldn't look away. Did you cook all this? She asked, tilting her head slightly. I nodded, gripping my fork. Yeah. She smiled, lazy and knowing. Impressive. Jake leaned back, silent, watching. He wasn't saying much, but I could feel him taking it all in, waiting. Riley didn't look at him. Not at first. She stayed locked on me, gaze unhurried, deliberate. Then, casually, like an afterthought, she finally glanced his way. You always this quiet? Jake smirked, swirling his drink, just enjoying the view. Riley hummed in approval, turning back to me. Her fingers skimmed the base of her glass, circling. Slow, so tell me. Her voice dipped, smooth and sure. You ever been curious, or is this new? I tightened my grip around my glass, the stem cool against my fingers. Her lips twitched. You do. She was too confident, too certain. And the worst part? She wasn't wrong. She rose from her chair, unhurried, like she was giving me time to process. By the time I did, she was already beside me, standing close enough that I could catch the faint trace of something warm on her skin. Vanilla, maybe, or something sweeter. Her fingers brushed the curve of my jaw, tilting my face just slightly. You nervous? I pressed my lips together, my heart slamming against my ribs. Riley smiled, tilting her head. Thought so. Then she kissed me. Not tentative, not hesitant, just slow, assured, inevitable. Heat surged through me before my mind had a chance to object. For a split second, I thought I'd pull away, but I didn't. Riley took my hand and led me toward the bedroom, her grip firm, certain, like this had never been a question, only an inevitability. The door clicked shut, and then she was on me. Her lips claimed mine, deliberate, fingers already working at the buttons of my blouse. She didn't rush. She didn't need to. Every move was confident, every action assured, as if she already knew exactly how this would unfold. The fabric slipped from my shoulders, and before I could register the loss, she guided me back onto the bed. Heat. Pressure. The air between us thickened, humming with something unspoken. Her hands explored, her lips trailing after. Each touch, purposeful, drawing out the anticipation, making sure I felt every shift, every pause, every place she lingered just long enough to leave me aching for more. My breath caught as her fingers traced over my stomach, teasing, exploring, but always just shy of where I wanted her. My head tipped back, my body reacting to the unhurried way she unraveled me. And then, her movements deepened, coaxing a slow tremor through me, a sharp inhale, a pulse of warmth rolling low in my stomach. My fingers curled into the sheets, grasping for something steady as the intensity built. I barely knew how long she stayed there, seconds, minutes, an eternity. And then, just as I was about to break, she pulled away. A soft sound left me, the loss sudden, jarring. She moved back up, her breath warm against my skin, her lips pressing into mine again. The taste of her lingered between us, a reminder of what she'd just done, of what was still to come. My head spun. Riley smirked, voice a lazy drawl. I could do that all night. I swallowed hard, still catching my breath. Then why did you stop? She just smiled, shifting back slightly. The slow, casual drag of her hands over her own skin sent another ripple of heat through me. Her top came off, then her jeans, golden skin, smooth curves, the soft ripple of muscle beneath. My pulse kicked up as my hands lifted, hesitant at first, then bolder, tracing the dip of her waist, the warmth of her skin, the subtle tension just beneath the surface. She hummed, tilting her head slightly. Your turn. She guided me closer, fingers weaving through my hair, keeping me locked in place. With nothing but her presence. I hesitated for only a second. Then I gave in. Her breath hitched, her entire body reacting to me. Her fingers tightened slightly in my hair. A slow exhale slipping from her lips. She was intoxicating. The way she moved, the way she pulled me in, the way she let me feel every shift in the moment. And then I felt him. Jake. I hadn't noticed him moving closer, hadn't realized just how long he had been watching, but I felt him now. His warmth, his presence behind me, steady, grounding. His hand moved up my back, unhurried, tracing over my skin with quiet confidence. A silent question. A shift pulling me deeper into the moment, into him. My breath caught. Then, a shift. His hands found my waist, his hold firm, keeping me steady, as everything between us built higher. A steady, consuming presence behind me, while I was still lost in Riley, still moving with her. I didn't know what to hold on to. Her hands guiding me, her body pressing into mine. His hold sure, leading me into his rhythm. I was caught between them. Two different kinds of indulgence, two different kinds of control, both unraveling me in their own way. Jake's grip firmed, keeping me steady, anchoring me in the moment. My hands pressed into Riley's hips, my breath unsteady, my entire body locked. In the moment. The intensity climbed higher, every second stretching out, every movement pulling me further under. And then, I unraveled. A rush of warmth overtook me, cresting, then breaking into something I couldn't hold back. I didn't know whose name I gasped, didn't know if I was still moving or if they were moving me. All I knew was the weightlessness, the sensation overtaking me completely. I collapsed forward, spent, weightless, lost. The last thing I felt was Jake's breath against my skin, Riley's fingers still tangled in my hair. Then everything faded. The moment I opened my eyes, I knew. Last night wasn't enough. I woke up hungry, not just a flicker of want. This was something deeper, urgent, demanding. Riley lay beside me, tangled in the sheets, her breathing slow, steady, unaware. Her lips were slightly parted, her skin warm, and flushed in the early morning light. I wanted her awake. I wanted more. Without hesitation, I pulled the covers back and leaned over her, capturing her lips, drawing her into me. She stirred with a sleepy hum, caught between dreams and reality. But I didn't slow. My fingers threaded through her hair, my lips teasing against hers, coaxing her into wakefulness with nothing but need. She exhaled sharply, a soft, breathy chuckle against my lips. "Well, good morning." I didn't answer. Instead, I bit down, marking the moment, making her feel just how much I wanted this. Then I moved lower. My lips traced a path down her throat, over her collarbone, my nails gliding lightly, over her stomach. My hands followed, gripping, holding her exactly where I wanted her. And then, I let the moment consume us. Riley's breath caught, her entire body tensing beneath me. She reached for me, her fingers slipping into my hair, urging me closer. I didn't resist. Her body responded instantly, pressing into me, her breath breaking apart as I lost myself in her. Every shift, every slow movement was a silent request for more, and I met her there, deepening the connection. And then, just as the tension climbed higher, I slowed. A sound left her lips, something between frustration and anticipation. But I was already moving up, positioning myself exactly where I wanted to be. Riley blinked up at me, still dazed. I saw the exact moment realization hit. Her lips parted. Moved over her, letting the moment take full control. Her hands found my hips, steadying me, following my lead. but I set the rhythm, and just as I let myself get lost in it, I felt him. A presence, a warmth, a shift behind me. Jake, still half asleep, still unaware of what he was waking up to. But I wanted him awake now. I turned my head, my voice low, firm, commanding. Wake up. I need you. His breath caught, his body tensed. Then he moved, certain, intentional. His hands found my waist, his grip sure, his touch leaving no hesitation. Then he pulled me closer, his presence surrounding me completely. A deep shudder rolled through me, my body instinctively responding. To both of them, caught in the intensity, the overwhelming sensation. I gasped, my fingers twisting in Riley's hair, my breath shattering. And in that moment, wrapped in Jake's hold, lost in Riley's touch, feeling everything at once, I saw it. The look in his eyes, pride, appreciation, happiness. I thought it was just curiosity, but curiosity doesn't make you question everything. Doesn't change you. This question mark, this was something else. So, tell me, should some fantasies stay fantasies? Or is it always worth finding out? Drop a comment. I want to hear what you think. And before you go, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a story like this. I'll see you in the next one.